Michelle Beadle is here. How are you?
I'm awesome. How are you?
I'm hanging in there.
This is really good.
This is better than good that you're here.
No, this place is really well. I mean, that's.
Well, last time we chatted, I believe, was on an aircraft carrier last summer.
That was the last time, wasn't
We were
it?
part of the whole Madden extravaganza.
Yes.
Right?
That was two summers ago,
Was
right?
that 2 summers ago?
No, it was last summer.
Was?
I don't know. I
No.
blacked out like about a year and a half of my last part of my life.
Couldn't have been 2 years ago, really?
Yeah, it was.
Two summers, so
it was two-
18
oh yeah,
months
it
ago.
would be 2 summers.
Yeah, it was 18 months.
ago.
'Cause
2
Matt- I had the long,
summers
the long
ago.
hair,
Yeah.
made fun of me for the
Yeah,
headband.
now he's like a hipster, like
Yeah.
a Los Feliz hipster.
Oh, come on now.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
it's good.
There's
It's good.
nothing-
By the way, of all the things that you've been called by our guest
That is
sitting
the
in this
nicest
chair,
thing.
he's been called a coconut by John McGinley, right?
Coconut.
Right?
Yeah.
Who else? You've
know.
been called all sorts of stuff.
Well, hillbilly by you every day.
Well, I call you, like, his beard is approaching cough drop brother type length.
Okay,
Right?
all
It's
right.
not exactly like ZZ Top length.
No.
But
it's like
Los
Daniel Bryan.
Feliz hipster.
Yeah.
If he was wearing...
It's the flannel,
If
isn't it?
he was wearing one of those ski caps in 75-degree
Oh,
weather,
yeah.
as they do here in Southern
and an
California.
ironic T-shirt.
Yeah,
that'd be
there we
good.
go. Put
There we
that
go.
on. Here we go.
Good God.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you look...
Although.
Now he looks like a Batman villain from the 60s.
What
Like
do you
if you had a black T-shirt.
Good.
Oh, Chris Law. That's what you should have on your
And
T-shirt.
also, what's that country group? They're like family.
Rascal Flats.
No, not.
Oh, I was gonna
what's
say you look like a Perfect Storm character from the Marky Mark
What are their
movie.
names?
Man, this escalated quickly.
You look like
into
a fisherman,
2
like a
minutes
yeah,
bashing.
you really do.
If we had a black turtleneck and a yellow rain jacket, we could put him
yeah.
on. He could sell a fish stick
For sure.
right now.
I just watched that episode again the other night, South Park.
Did you really?
Do you like fish sticks?
He didn't know that, right?
No, I know South Park.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know all of them. I don't know if I know absolutely every single one of
It's a
them.
classic.
All right. Man, that escalated
That's
quickly.
good.
It did.
It did escalate. It's kind of
You
fun.
always
the whole
bring it
segment,
on
what you look
yourself,
like.
though. You always bring it on
How did I
yourself.
bring that on myself?
By having
Just
the
by
beard?
showing up for work. Just by showing up for
Doing
work.
your
All
job.
right, Michelle Beadle's here. The radio audience is going to rejoin us, and we'll have a whole chat with Michelle Beadle. Don't go anywhere. The Rich Eisen show is rocking and rolling, I think. Welcome back to the Rich Eisen Show. 844-204-RICH is the phone number to contact us. And the us now includes Michelle Beadle of SportsNation, of the worldwide leader in sports. The Australian Open being on the air is our gain.
Yeah.
Correct?
Oh, I love it. I get 2 weeks off because of that.
So the Australian Open is on. So you're
Sure,
off. Is
sure.
that basically it?
Yeah, I don't watch it, but I'm thankful that they're doing it.
Well, you know, Federer got the gate.
I saw that.
Oh, got booted, not
He got
the gate.
booted, yeah, well.
He got ousted, as they
He's
would
out.
say in tennis.
I'm fine with that. I like the upset. I like somebody else to come up and do something.
Yeah.
I'm kind of over it.
Yeah?
Let's move on to the next
We
big
can move
star.
on. We can
Yeah.
move on. Let's talk about deflated footballs. Let's do that.
I'm also glad I'm off because of that.
Why? Because this is something.
It's ridiculous.
I mean, my phone lines are lit up though.
But
My
what,
phone lines are
what
lit
can we
up.
possibly say? Other than like we were doing a lot of middle school jokes, and I get it. It's hilarious to say
Right.
balls over and over again. But like, do you remember when we were all worried about a gay player being a distraction? And now
Right.
we talk about the dumbest things week in and week out. I'm glad I don't have to talk about it.
So wait a minute. You're saying this gives me license to say the word balls?
Yeah, you can say balls as much as you want.
I didn't even know.
I mean, so many jokes.
No, I think Judy Batista tweeted out something along the lines that next week's going to be an episode of Beavis and Butthead. at the
It's
Super Bowl.
exactly what's happening. And that's Media Day is going to be just all of that, some weird jokes.
But now they could say, well, it's under investigation. We've said all we can say and move
yeah,
on.
but you know what a clown fest Media Day is. You're going to have some. I guarantee you're going to have like a testicle costume. You're going to have some.
You think
and
so?
I hope so. And
Don't
I'm
give anybody
I'm
any
actually saying
ideas.
that so somebody will do it.
Show up dressed
Please,
as
please.
yes. Where does one go? Is there a gonad store for that? Is there?
think so.
I didn't
Hopefully
know.
they use Dollar Shave Club before they.
That was good.
Way to work in the sponsor, Lou.
Wow. Hey,
Way to
try
work
to-
in the sponsor in a
do my
manner in
best.
which the sponsor probably would not want to be worked in.
I think it was
Way to
actually
go
really
on
good.
that.
It was
But
good.
I mean, Sports Nation would be definitely part of the worldwide leaders news cycle on this whole thing.
I feel like we would have had to, but at least we could have had fun with it a little bit. I think as much as you can. It doesn't seem. It seems like a
doesn't this
joke.
fall? Doesn't this fall? This is a serious thing, though. If you're talking about rule breaking.
No,
right?
I think because it's the Patriots. It's that thing about, your parents always said, just build a little equity with us and we'll give you some benefits of the doubt. The problem is they didn't do that. And so now anything they do, we're like, they're cheating. But and then I have my wonderful Italian mother who's watching TV yesterday. English is her third language, so all she knows is like someone's pretty or not. She's like, oh, Ciccio Bello is all over the TV. And I'm like, is that your name for Tom Brady? And she's
Mm-hmm.
like, yeah. And I go, we know they think he cheated. He would never do that. I was like, oh, well, because he's pretty. He's not-
Bello.
Chicho Bello. It's like beautiful doll
Oh, beautiful.
is what it means.
I might have to adopt that.
Yeah, Chicho Bello.
Or leave
It's
that
good.
one on the cutting room floor.
No, take it.
I don't know. But he does, because Brady, and that's what Richard Sherman's been saying for a long time, is that Brady is not who you say. He's, that's not all about Tom Brady. But
Right.
I just find it hard to believe that Tom Brady says to a ball boy,
Yes.
stick a pin in all of these things and make sure we're 2 PSI less. But then the question is, how does it get to that point?
Well, that's the thing. Like, somebody doesn't just do that.
Right.
No, it's not
well,
some kid.
somebody may have done that. Because, how do the Colts footballs stay, perfect?
No, but I'm saying, like, obviously one of these two dudes had something to do with it.
Right.
And I just don't understand. First of all, does that mean this has been happening his whole career? Is this how he is, Tom Brady? I
Right.
mean, there's all these stupid questions now that everyone's going to ask. And at the end of the day, it was a blowout. So it doesn't even really matter.
And the blowout occurred in the half in which the footballs were regulation.
It doesn't make any sense.
It makes no sense.
It's like cheating for no reason.
So should we move on from this? Should we move on from this?
They should all be banned from football.
I think it's time to move on.
I agree.
But the stick, as they say down in the rundown on the side of the screen.
I can't.
That you can't change the stick. If the
Side
stick says
ticker. Side
ticker. Have to.
if it says on the left side of the screen as you're going down the rundown, if it says Deflategate or inflation or whatever, you can't.
All
the
I can
stick
hope is
rules
that
the
Johnny
television.
Manziel gets drunk this week. And then we have pictures. So that we can all move on to something else.
I did say the only thing missing from this is Bieber, right? Because if let's put it this way, if Bieber was the one with the pin,
Yes.
okay,
Yeah.
let's
Then we could execute him.
correct.
And then we would have a reason to have done that instead of just we don't like him.
You don't really mean like putting him.
No.
Really? No, you just meant like
just like hurting him a little bit.
So,
Just a little tweak.
just only leave a mark. Michelle Beadle is here on the Rich Eisen show. So what do you think of this matchup? What do you think about this Super Bowl 49 matchup?
It's sort of.
What do you think about it?
This is going to be not. I'm a little bit bored. Here's the thing.
Don't say that.
Because I just
already?
feel like we kind of get to the end of the year and it's always sort of the same group of human beings. I'm not a Cowboys fan. I've never been a Cowboys fan.
Right.
But I found myself feeling a little deflated
Nice.
when they got out. I was sort of like, that was going to be a good story. That
Mm-hmm.
would have been fun, and it would have been a sexy, because there's a lot of hate for the Cowboys and a lot of love. They're a very polarizing team, and I
Indeed.
wanted that.
Yeah.
Now I sort of feel like, we've seen this. I've seen these two groups of people
Yeah,
many
the Patriots
times.
in it for 6th time of the Brady Belichick era. It's like
Yeah.
every 3 years now, and now Seattle was in last year. But I mean, if Seattle goes ahead and becomes back-to-back Super Bowl champions,
Does Russell Wilson get the respect he deserves?
there we go. That's a good storyline. What other storylines do we have?
Is
right
he
here?
elite?
Does Marshawn Lynch, what does he do? What's next for him?
Does he have any juice? Is he coming juiceless or no juice? What is he going to say? Maybe what do
not
you
gonna
think?
say anything.
He should just say balls,
He should say balls.
right? Every
I hope
answer.
to God he does.
Every answer
Balls.
at media day, balls.
Balls. Thank you, balls.
Thank
Balls.
you. Well, thank you, balls is a totally different thing to
Balls.
say. We should come up with a
Honestly,
plan and we got to stick to it here.
I sort of am kind of starting to like his shtick. I think I hated it at first, but now I'm just laughing. I'm like, this is ridiculous.
Because we're not, but it's not our job to
No,
try
I
to
would
get an
hate
answer
it.
from them. Could
I
you
have been
imagine?
in locker rooms with people who don't want to play along, and it's a very awkward.
Who's the worst one that you've had interview then? The one that just gave you the biggest grief because he didn't respect you because you were a woman, or he didn't.
It wasn't that. We just had guys that were like, I was around when the Nets were really, really bad. There were a couple of those years where it was a nightmare.
They were
And so-
yet to be in Brooklyn. This is New Jersey, right?
Yeah, and it was, Jefferson, Carter, Kidd. It was kind of that group, and that doesn't always work. And I think people start to get bored with losing all the time. So
Yeah.
there are only so many things, but that's not the case with Seattle. So you're sort of like the opposite problem. It's a happy locker room, but
Yes.
yet he doesn't want to play along.
Yeah, he shuts down.
Yeah.
So that was a good way. There's no one person. You just.
No, I think all of them had bad days.
Oh,
I mean,
great.
Richard Jefferson is beautifully sarcastic. I think he's very much like us. Like, he's dry, and so
Okay.
when he wants to be
Yeah.
difficult, it's a more interesting game.
Okay.
You're like, oh, that was fun.
Let's take a. Well, by the way, speaking of NBA, this is
man.
definitely something that would have been a Sports Nation item for sure if you were on the air. Looks like Kobe Bryant's done for the year.
Dun, dun, dun.
Looks like Kobe's done.
You could make an argument he's been done for the year 2 years ago.
I agree with that.
Well, I mean, I don't know. But seeing him against LeBron a couple weeks ago was fun.
Well, it looked like they were having fun
That was fun. It was
chatting.
2
I'm
Thursdays
not
ago.
sure the basketball was good.
I
You
don't
were
know.
catching up.
I don't know.
It's
So
not
the-
how you want to see this end.
For Kobe?
Kind of a bummer.
Well, I mean, you don't think he'll come back next year? Don't you
I
think
don't
that's
know.
2 years in a row that he's been knocked
He
out.
signed a $48 million contract when
Another
he was
reason to come
already
back.
washed up.
Yeah, it's not his fault.
We could see Peyton Manning,
brilliant.
Derek Jeter, and Kobe Bryant's careers all come to
Oh,
an end
I'm
within a
so
year.
sad about all three of those.
First of all, listen, Red Sox guy.
I mean, come on.
Mr. New England, who's water skiing behind countless yachts right now in your sports fandom, okay?
That's nice.
Jeter is a loss for us all. And back off.
Oh, jeez.
That's
B,
fine.
I hope he goes on another
B,
farewell tour because that was awesome.
I think Kobe Bryant's coming back.
I think he
he's-
will, but I don't think it's a good idea.
And I think Peyton Manning's absolutely coming back.
I do too. I cannot imagine. He is. There are competitors in life, and we recognize them, and he is just sort of in a special class, as those guys tend to be.
Right.
There's no way he goes out like this. There's no way. I mean, we watch Brett Favre just have to be dragged away, kicking and screaming.
Right.
There's no way he leaves.
I think he comes back too, and I think Kubiak's the type of coach that can absolutely, for 1 year or 2 years, get Peyton Manning the type of offensive room that he needs, and then Brock Osweiler gets ready for the next era. I absolutely think he's
Brock
coming back.
Osweiler,
yeah,
bless his heart.
the Brock Osweiler era.
I hope so. I mean, he's obviously ready. We've seen it. He's ready to go in, and do his thing, be a star.
That is one of the best pieces of video of the year.
I can watch it 1,000 times.
Yeah.
He's so excited.
Michelle Beadle is in here while Sports Nation is on hiatus, as they say. Let's take a 60-second break. 844-204-RICH. Do we have phone lines open, or they're all taken up? Law, what do you got for me?
They're
Anything
packed.
over there?
A lot of Deflategate on there.
Oh,
I'm sure we
gosh.
can alter
Well,
some.
we'll update the poll question when we come back. We've got an actual piece of sound, as they say in the TV business, a sound bite that could actually be the first bulletin board material of Super Bowl 49. We have that, and then something we got to talk about Robert Allenby
Oh, yeah.
with Michelle Beadle here. Back in 60 ticks of the clock here on the Rich Eisen Show. Well, back with more here on the Rich Eisen Show. I have Michelle Beadle right here. I was about to say, don't tell Roger to hang up. It's not Goodell. It's Roger from San Antonio, Texas. If you're
Oh.
here, we've got to take a call from San Antonio, Texas.
Sure.
The city with which you are so
Yes.
closely associated. I don't think this is a Spurs-related issue, but Roger in San Antonio, Texas, you're on the Rich Eisen Show with Michelle Beadle.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
We're doing well.
I'm a big fan, Rich. You know, I watch you on NFL Network, Total Access, and Game Day Morning.
Attaboy,
I'm a
Roger.
big fan of you. But to the poll question, you know, yeah, I want to move on already. You know, I think, you know, we're tired of hearing Deflategate and whatnot. You know, and I think, you know, we're on the verge of the Super Bowl, and you know, we're still talking about this. But anyway, but my point is, you know, before we do move on, is that I think
Before we
it
move
does
on, you
highlight
want to make
the
a point.
integrity of the game.
I love it.
I'm a big fan of the game.
Uh-huh.
You know, I mean, I love the NFL, and I feel, you know, all this is going on, especially with the catch that wasn't and the flag that was picked up. It just ruins the integrity of the game for me. And I know you said, you know, like you root for all 32 teams, and I was wondering what you felt and how you feel it ruins the integrity of the game.
Listen, Roger, and I appreciate the call, and I appreciate the notion that you want to move on, but want to say something before we move on.
I like that.
Isn't that?
It's
I gotta
smart.
love that.
It's like apologizing and then going, but.
Yeah, but there's
Yeah.
the caveat. Like it's the 21st century caveat. Is I'm not saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
yeah.
You know, I'm not saying we should move on, but I'm just saying I'm sick and tired of talking.
Sick and tired of talking about it.
Listen, nobody wants to talk about the integrity of the game when everybody just wants to watch the game. And
Right.
this is the 21st century NFL in many ways, is that we're monitoring PSIs of the football, and in real time the entire world knows about it.
Yeah. Is
And-
soccer laughing at us right now? I feel like soccer's laughing, and
I think-
that hurts me.
I think soccer laughs at us when we just call it soccer.
Well, I'm going to continue to call it soccer
Is
because
that the-
I'm laughing at it. So it's fine. Like, I'm okay with that.
Listen, you can do that. And let's pay off the poll question. Stop overpaying for razors with so much shave technology. DollarShaveClub.com delivers amazing razors and grooming supplies right to my door for a couple of bucks. Shave time, shave money. Upgrade to DollarShaveClub.com. That's DollarShaveClub.com. Let's put a neat bow on this, Brockman.
Are you ready to move on from Deflategate?
And that is?
77%.
Then we move on.
Yes.
Then we move on. But let
Good.
me make one more point.
But I have one thing to say about it.
But no, let's talk about stuff about Super Bowl 49 that eventually won't matter also.
Okay.
Which is bulletin board material.
Yes.
Because bulletin board material in the 21st century as well, it's just as if these guys aren't motivated enough to win the Super Bowl, right?
And why do they
Correct.
continue to do it? Like the sun will come up tomorrow and somebody will say something stupid.
But I like that, though.
It's amazing, though.
I'm not one of those people that says, give me a soundbite, then you do it, and I will rip you for giving me a soundbite.
No, I love
like
it. I like honesty, and I love it, but I also sort of laugh because they know what's going to happen. And
Or
they
sometimes
still do it.
but maybe they're not thinking in real time.
No, sometimes we say things we weren't supposed to say out loud.
Exactly.
Yeah, I get it.
You do?
Yeah, I get it.
That's odd. Here's Jeremy Lane talking about Seahawk cornerback Jeremy Lane talking about Gronk. Roll it.
Yeah, I actually don't think he's that good. I mean, yeah. He's okay, but, you know, he do have a big body. And from what I've seen on tape, you know, he don't like your hands getting put on him. So, you know, we put our hands on him and shake him up a little bit. He won't catch that many balls as he should.
Jeremy Lane on KJR Seattle.
Good luck, pal.
He do have a big body, though.
Gronk? What's with the kitty cat, too, by the way?
Oh,
What'd you think of
the
that?
posing?
Yeah, what'd you think of that on ESPN, the magazine, with the kitty?
He's a weird dude. I enjoy the brothers Gronk, the family Gronk.
Right.
I find they're just like having like 5 ridiculous brothers that are
Right.
just over the top.
Did you see the interview he had with Carissa Thompson?
I saw a little bit of that,
He
yeah.
flat out was hitting on her.
I mean, but that's what
Flat
he
out.
does. Like he's just having fun. He is doing what
Yes.
we all would have done if we had his life, his body, his money, his all of that. He's just loving life. I mean, look at that.
With the
It's
kitty
ridiculous.
cat.
And it's not just the kitty cat, it's the face with
The blue steel.
It's the yeah.
It's the leather
awesome.
jacket, the blue steel,
I
and the
love
kitty
the
cat.
kid. Like I like to see him do well.
I'm going to say this right here and now. I couldn't pull that look off.
Yeah, sure you could.
You think so?
Why not?
Maybe we should, for our Super Bowl show,
Yeah.
get me a leather jacket. I don't think I could do the T. I don't think I could do that T.
Deep
I don't
V,
think-
the Manganello
I don't
Deep
think,
V?
I don't think the free world would like to see that.
I think well,
My wife would absolutely nix that. In
Come
a heartbeat.
on.
I don't think so.
You could do this.
But I think I could do the jacket, the T-shirt, and the kitty cat. But I could definitely pull off the blue steel without any blue. I think.
I think this should happen actually.
Did Gronk respond?
Yeah, he talked to reporters on Friday today and said everyone is entitled to their own opinion. Asked if Lane's comments ticked him off. He said, it may. Gronk, 6'6", 255.
It may.
Lane,
Great
6'0", 190.
answer.
100 yards, 2
He's
touchdowns.
doing it.
This is what we're looking for. There's more PSI in this storyline now. We're pumping it up.
People keep talking.
Yes, right before the Super Bowl. Jeremy Lane versus Rob Gronkowski had 0 PSI. Zero. There
Zero.
wasn't a single pound per square inch to this storyline.
No one cares.
Now it's above legal limits.
Yeah.
Isn't
if
it?
they're smart, if you're the players, because you don't want to talk about these deflated balls anymore, you just start saying things like this. Just start saying these inflammatory
Yes.
statements,
Yes.
and then we will just all glom onto
Gronk's
that.
response should have been, you mad, bro? And that's it.
You mad,
You mad, bro?
Walk away.
You mad, bro?
That would have been the response.
I like that. And also, maybe next media day, when asked, did the footballs mean anything in the AFC Championship game, the Patriots just said they should just say it may.
It may is
It
good.
may.
It may.
It may is a great
No
response.
juice.
It's really good.
Michelle Beadle is here in studio because Sports Nation is on hiatus, which I'm very, very pleased about.
Me too.
Robert Allenby, let's talk about him.
Yes.
Because if Sports Nation was on the air right now, you'd be all over the Robert Allenby story, right? Is this-
It's weird because when the story first came out, it was one of those things where you wanted to tweet something, but I was like, because it smelled real fishy right off the bat. I don't know what the latest is.
Well, he said essentially that he was robbed, knocked unconscious, kidnapped, thrown in the boot of a car. Okay, so we're talking about boots and balls this week. Thrown in a boot of a car, which is a trunk for all of us here in the United States, correct? And then dumped on a street in Hawaii over 10 kilometers away. Now, somebody, I guess a Hawaiian native, Toa Kaili,
Nice.
okay, told the Hawaiian news outlet KHON2.com that he found Allenby lying unconscious beside the road in Hawaii and suffered the injuries when he fell over and banged his face on a rock.
That sounds more like something that probably happened.
Telling this news outlet, quote, I was like, hey, brother, you need to wake up because the sidewalk sweepers are going to come. You don't want to get swept away. It took him about 9 minutes until he got to his senses. The state of mind he was in when I woke him up, he wasn't coherent. He kept saying, where's the other guy at? I said, what other guy? There was only two of us waking him up.
What in the world?
He says when he was with his friend, Allenby then became hostile. 5 or 10 minutes later, Mr. Golfer, is how he's referring to him, switched and said, all right, the gig's up. Why don't you guys hand me back my phone? I said, what? He goes, just give me back my phone. I know you guys stole my stuff. And then this guy went on to say that he thought Allenby was homeless.
Well, okay.
Your thoughts,
There's a
Michelle
lot going
Beadle.
on. Can I just say,
Your thoughts.
Sometimes we as humans tend to maybe drink too much and forget stuff.
Yes.
And then in this attempt to not appear so bad,
Yes.
we make up a story that would make people feel sorry for us instead of just going, well, you might have a drinking problem. That would be my first instinct on this
Sure.
particular story.
Yes.
Because all that kidnapping business, that just sounded ridiculous. And then I see the photo and I'm like,
Yeah.
that looks like a person who might have just gotten a little bit too tipsy.
Well, I just want to make sure, I don't want the worldwide leader hearing another one of their people talking about who has a drinking problem and who doesn't. So we need, and I like you a lot.
Yeah, I know.
So I want
He might just had a night though. I'm not saying he has like a problem.
a bender.
Hello, have
A
we not
bender.
all had a night where we're like, oh, that was not a great night for me?
I've never woken up after that and accused someone of putting me in their
No.
boot. I've never had that.
No, but you probably maybe not remembered a story exactly the way it went down.
So the question is, does this mean he's out of the Waste Management Phoenix Open?
I hope not. But
Because
that's a heck of a tournament.
If there's anything that Phoenix Open needs,
Is Robert Allenby.
is a Super Bowl week, which it has.
Yeah.
At the same time.
It's going to be insane.
And they need Robert Allenby, who, as we all saw in Hawaii, put the waste in waste management.
And Hawaii's like a fun place. That's a lot. It was a lot
It's a
in
lot.
that
It's a
story.
lot to handle.
It's a very sensational story. But I feel like more people would have picked up on it if there was a kidnapping, Like, oh, who did it?
Yeah, I
Why do we
know.
have police on this?
Yeah.
They didn't do that.
No, apparently not. There's 2 guys saying that.
Where's my phone?
This is not. Yeah, where's my phone?
I want to
Robert
party
Allenby,
with Robert
everybody.
Allenby. in
We have
Phoenix.
an update from Susie Schuster on the Gronk look.
Uh-oh.
She emailed me directly.
My wife.
Whoa.
Okay. And that is.
Ixnay.
Do I want to hear? Do I want to hear it?
Yes.
Okay.
Ixnay on the Gronk look.
Isn't it Ixnay on the Gronk?
Wait, all of the looks?
It would be Ixnay
5
on
words.
the
I'm just reading what's on my screen.
Ixnay on the Gronk look.
All the
Ixnay on the
looks.
Gronk.
I told you she wouldn't. It's not wet.
You know what? I wouldn't want to share you with the world either.
Thank you.
Yeah, I get it.
Thank
She's
you.
smart. That was smart. Look at that. No, that's not right.
Oh my God. Michelle Beadle here on the program. Do you want to give me a prediction, a Super Bowl 49
Ooh.
prediction, based now knowing that this Lane Gronkowski battle is
Well, that's
has
what's going
been
to drive
joined.
it. That's
Yeah.
what's driving my decision.
Is that right?
That's
9 days out.
I believe the Patriots win. I believe they win by a touchdown.
Okay.
And I believe that because there are people in this world who believe in karma. I gave up on that a long time ago. So
Okay.
for those of you who think, well, they cheated, so they'll get what's coming to them, that's not how it works for some people. And I believe Tom Brady and Bill Belichick are 2 of those individuals in which they can do whatever they want and things still work out for them.
And what is the Brady nickname again?
Chicho Bello.
Chicho Bello.
Chicho Bello.
Will win.
A touchdown.
Okay,
How about
there you go.
touchdown?
Developing situation.
Oh.
Nico Rainwater just tweeted me a photo of you with the Gronk
Oh,
look.
that's so wrong. The radio audience cannot
goodness.
unsee this. Radio
That
audience,
is
be
so
very happy.
good.
Because that cannot be unseen.
Wow.
Whoa! Minds are blown.
That's
That cannot be
fantastic.
unseen. So be very, very
really
happy,
good.
radio audience, that you can't see me in that leopard outfit.
We'll tweet that out from
Tweet it out, and then we can retweet it.
So the
We'll
radio
retweet it
audience-
from
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Rich Eisen
I'll
show.
retweet that. That's beautiful. I might
check
make
it
it my avatar for
out.
the week.
Sports Nation on the worldwide leader in sports every day, correct?
Sure, Monday through Friday, noonish on the West Coast.
Noonish on the West Coast.
I don't know.
So does it mean the next time we get you in studio is when the French Open is on the air? Is that
Yeah,
what it
I
is?
hope. I mean, I'm hoping we're off for every tournament. Is that? What
I don't
it
know.
is?
You tell me.
I have no idea. I just show up
So
and
when,
they say me.
when Fowler's on the clock, you can come in here.
I think that's what it is.
You
If
guys look
Fowler's
like-
working, I'm off.
You guys look like you have so much fun with Max and Marcellus and everything.
I mean,
Good
it's
shit.
pretty good.
Yeah.
It's like they're 2. Well, we finally got Marcellus to dress casually, but Max is the $5,000 Tom Ford suit guy. He cannot do casual.
You would talk Los Feliz hipster.
Oh,
Oh, my
Max
goodness.
is a character.
Okay.
When we were in Dallas, I saw him in jeans for a
And?
whole week. And,
Really?
I mean, he survived. We all lived. It
The
was
Republic's
great.
still standing.
We're all, everything's
Okay.
still working.
All right.
So slowly but surely. Yeah, but it's a
Okay.
show that's ridiculous, so I figure you can wear jeans.
Well, not many people can leave ESPN and go back.
That's true.
That's true. By the way, not many people can do that. So
you know what I can't do is leave NBC and ever go back. And that's fine.
So there's that. There's that.
Yeah, no, I left on good terms. It was never bad
you
for
go.
me to leave. I just had to.
Well, and now you're
Yeah.
back.
And I'm happy. And I get to live out here.
It's good.
Yeah, you're on the West Coast.
I
And you get to
know.
come in here anytime you want. Thank you.
Oh, this is beautiful.
Please,
Thanks
thank
for having
you.
me.
You bet. That's Michelle Beadle here on the Rich Eisen Show.